What if I told you that with the click of a button, you could create mockups for as many products as you wanted, all at once, absolutely for free? I'm on a mission to help you automate as much of your print-on-demand business as possible, so that way you can get more done in less time. So when I saw this video by another creator named Alec, I had to give it a try. Now, he actually designs in the Figma software that we'll be using in today's video as well, but since I use Canva and many of my subscribers do, I wanted to find a way to make it work with your Canva designs that you've already created, and I found a way to make it work. But I will link his video down in the description as well. This video also pairs really nicely with my How to Create Hundreds of Designs in Just Minutes video using Canva's bulk create feature. So if you've bulk created, say 50 designs that you have ready to go and list in your store, going to actually create the mockups for each and every one of those designs can feel really tedious. And so that's why this process is going to make such a big difference. So I'll link that video down in the description below if you haven't seen it just yet, to help you make more designs in less time. But let's jump right into this simple and free way to make all of your mockups in just minutes. So the very first thing that you need to make sure that you're doing if you want to use this method is always create your designs on the same spot on the canvas, because this is going to auto replace one design with another. And so if you create some at the top of the canvas, some in the middle, some at the bottom, then you'll have to adjust these every time and it won't be as automated. So taking a look here in Canva, I have 3 different designs. I have this one here, this next design, and this next design. So what you'll notice is they're all about the same distance away from the top and away from the edges. So that way, when I'm uploading these different designs to this software, they're all gonna be in the exact same spot. And so that's the one thing you need to make sure you do with your designs before you start this process, is again, make sure they're all in the same spot on the canvas. That way you can just replace one with the other and they'll all be in the exact same spot. Next, you need to go sign up for an account at Figma. So it's just figma.com. And the great thing about this is the way that we are using it is going to be on the completely forever free plan, because all we need is 2 Figma boards and that's it. And so all you need to do is create a free account, and I'll have a link to them down in the description. The next step that you need to take is downloading the Figma app onto your computer. This is the tutorial that I'll be showing you in today's video. So if you want to follow along exactly step by step, that will be the best way to do it. Once you're logged in on the website browser with your free account, you can come up here to your name, click down, and you'll see Get Desktop App and download that on your computer. So I'll show you what we'll be building and then I'll delete it and we'll start all over again so you can see how it's all put together. So you're going to have 2 pages. First, you'll have the mockups page. This is going to be the page of all of the pictures that you want to create mockups of with your design. So in this example, I have a long sleeve shirt, an ornament, a hoodie, a sweatshirt, Bella canvas shirts, and comfort color shirts. So I can create mockups for all of these in just an instant, and then I could go list all of these in my store. The next board you'll need is your design board, and this is where the actual design that's going to be going on those products will be posted, and that's it. So let's start all over and I'll show you how I built this. So when you first open this, it'll be completely blank like it is here, and you'll want to name this page the design page or the mockups page. It doesn't matter which one first, and then you'll click this little plus button to add an additional page. Then you'll name this one mockups. And those are the 2 pages that you need. So I already have a few already on the board to show you what it looks like, but let's add some more so that way we can add the design to more products all at once. So I'll just open my downloads folder on top of it, and I'll grab the mockups that I want to use and just drag them over onto the canvas. So now here you can see that they'll be all different sizes. You could just leave them this way. They don't all have to be the exact same size, but you can make them smaller by just clicking each one. And if you're not careful, it will start to crop them. So you have to kind of be careful when you're just making them different sizes. And then you'll want to arrange them how you want. Now, the only thing I'd say is you don't want to lock any in. That way you can't highlight it, because we do need to edit these just a little bit. So I will make mine just a little bit smaller just so we can see them a little bit easier all at once and arrange them on my page. That way it's just a little bit easier to see, but again, they don't all have to be exactly the same size at all. Once you've got all of your mockups loaded, it's time to go to the design page. So here you'll come up to the Figma and come to File, place image, and then select the design for the first one that you'll use as your placeholder. And all of these steps we only need to do once. After this is all set up this time, it'll all be so much easier. Once you click what image you want, you'll see your cursor has the image kind of attached to it, and then you'll just click it where you want it to be and just zoom out so you can see it a little bit better. Now, just for this example, I'm going to be using these designs that I got off of Creative Fabrica. So these graphics are from the Pink Western Valentine's Day bundle from Creative Fabrica. So this is the one that I'm using in today's example. But I do want to give a disclaimer that I'm using these just as an example. I don't actually recommend putting completely pre-made designs from Creative Fabrica into your store. Etsy really wants you to keep Etsy unique, and they want you to have some kind of hand in creating those designs. And so normally I'd use, say, graphics from something like this to create my own designs. I wouldn't actually put these pre-made ones onto items on Etsy. I'm just using it as an example. But Creative Fabrica is an awesome platform where you can get millions of graphics and fonts that you can use in your print-on-demand designs, and it's all for a really low monthly fee. And I do have a free trial for you down in the description where you get 10 free downloads if you've never tried them before. The next step is we need to make this item a component. So come up to these little stars and just click that, and now you can see it has a name. You can rename this if you want, but you definitely don't have to. So the next thing we need to do is copy and paste this onto each of our mockups. So on my Mac, I can just do Command-C, but it might be a little bit different on your computer. So come over to your mockups and you want to paste that into here and place this onto each and every mockup. Now this is going to be your placeholder that'll get replaced every single time that you create a design. So you want to place it exactly where you'd want it on the items. And then you also want to change the opacity so that this doesn't look as big and vibrant on the designs. You want to make it look more real. So to change that, you come over here to pass through and change this to anywhere from about 95 to 85. I'd say for this type of design, about 92 should be great. And then I will copy and paste this over and over again onto each item, and again resize it to make sense for that exact item. So just go through and do that for every single one of yours, and then we'll come back. So once you have your design onto every single one of these mockups, the last thing you need to do is group them together. That way you can't move the mockup without the design. So to do that, you'll just highlight both. And for me, I can do Command-G to get them to combine. You can highlight it, right click, and say group selection as well, whatever works best for you. And now we're done with our very first mockups. So let me show you how to save these, and then I'll show you how to replace the design with the next one and save those as well. So what you'll have to do is just highlight every single mockup in the group, come to Export, and then here you want to name it something. That way every mockup group has a completely different name. That way when you're done making all of the mockups, they're all grouped together for the mockups for that specific design. So for this specific one, it's Stuck on You is what my design says, and I'll save these as a JPEG file because that's what we want our mockups to be, and then click Export 8 layers, or however many layers you have. I'd like to put them in my downloads folder and click Save. So now you can see each and every one of those designs was now saved as a brand new mockup for those designs. And so just as quick and easy as that, all of them are saved and ready to go. And now that our template is created, I'll show you how to actually change the design. So come back over to your design page. Now that this one, all your mockups are created, you'll come back to the Figma button, go to File, Place Image, and now you'll select your next design. So I'll select my next design, Open, place it on top of this one. So again, you'll see it part of your cursor. You just click the design to replace it. And now when we come to our mockups, they're completely already made for you because you already figured that out. So then you can just highlight them all and rename it. So let's do Cowboy Hearts and export again, downloads, save, and now that one's all set. So then just for effect, we'll come back over to the design. We'll pick our next design, go to Place Image. We'll pick this design this time. We'll click to replace it. And now again, our mockups are completely ready to go. Highlight those, rename it, export the layers, Download, save, and there you have it. In literally less than a minute, we created over 24 mockups. This is going to be an absolute game changer. You could absolutely make 1,000 mockups in under an hour if you had the designs pre-made and all you had to do was put them on mockups. If you enjoyed this tutorial and are excited to try out Figma, put Figma down in the comments below so I know if you watched this all the way until the end and you're excited to try this yourself. I really think this is going to be an absolute game changer for your business, so you can spend so much less time on the mockups and just get moving with your business. And if you liked any of the mockups from this video, they were all from my mockup store, Stop, Mock, and Roll, and I have my whole shop mockup bundle, which is all 500 mockups I've ever made, all for sale for only $29.99. You get access to all of them. Take a look through my Etsy shop and see what's included, and if you love it, I'd love for you to give that a try, and I'll link it down for you in the description below. And if you find yourself needing more support for your print-on-demand business and would love to learn how to be more efficient with your time and create products that are proven and people are lining up to buy because there's current demand, and have a wonderful community of other sellers and myself to answer your questions every single day to make you feel more supported, then I'd love for you to consider joining my course, the POD Roadmap. I will link that down in the description as well for you to check out if you're interested, but let me know if you have any questions, and make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications if you want to see next week's video where I show you how to bulk upload all of your designs from Printify to Etsy automatically to save you even more time in your business. And as always, thank you so much for staying all the way until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.